For starters, this episode had only a couple of things happen. Man, broke, man. I just ate some food and a whole bunch of fries, so it gets stuck right here in my throat, man. This episode had a couple of things happen. What mainly that I thought that happened this episode was them realizing how to cook food that tastes like real food. They've been doing it wrong the whole time. It took Chief, the cat guy, Niantic, to tell them how to cook food the right way, because his subclass is a chef. And when he had cooked that food, and they was like, "Hold up, what's that good smelling food?" Like they previously had went in some cave to like just camp out for the night, and then the cat guy, he had cooked some food, and they ain't never smelled no food that's in Eldertail that smelled like real food. So they went over there, ate it, and it was real food, and that happened. And another thing happened in this episode too, which kind of like made me go, okay, now this is again, I like it, and I'm saying, like, I like the whole series as a whole, but this is starting to get interesting. It's like how Shiro was talking, like they had to go, they kept moving. After that night, they left from the cave, they kept walking and moving. They was going somewhere, but they got caught in a storm. So like, hey, we can't fly our griffins in this storm, so we gotta get out of this storm. So they just went to like some town and spent the night in a barn, and they was talking to like one of these game characters that's not supposed to have a personality or nothing, or not even a name, and it had that. And Shiro was just thinking the whole time, like, wow, these game characters are actually more human than we are, because we can just do basically anything we want to do in this game. And sorry, I'm sweeping something off my bed, but we can do this. We can do anything we want to do in this game, and we can die as many times as we want to die, and nothing will like ever happen. But these game characters, all they have is one life. They live off the land. They have names. They have families. They have personalities. Like, they are way more human than we are. And I thought that was a pretty good aspect of this episode. And it was only three things that happened: the food, them meeting up with one of the game characters. When I say game characters, I mean one of the characters that was just made for the game to do a specific thing during a specific time. Like, it doesn't have a name, a personality, families, none of that. It was just meant to, like, it was a program created just for the game. So if there was say for instance there was a program just created to mow your lawn, all it would do is mow the lawn. But these programs, or game characters as I call them, have like personalities and names of families and things like that, and they're not supposed to have that. And I think when they and we mentioned in this episode that when the apocalypse happened, that's when these programs like switched from being just a program to do this set of things into a more human-like character. And that was a pretty good aspect. That makes it way more interesting and in-depth in this episode, and I liked it. And the last thing that happened in this episode is that we get to see those two little kids that Shiro keeps talking about that he was previously friends with. Oh yeah, this is another thing that happened. It just came to my mind. I'm sorry, it just came to my mind. I didn't know that the cat guy and Nogatsu was in the I think it was the Tea Party, the Branchuary Tea Party guild. I didn't know that Nogatsu and the cat guy was in. I thought just Shiro was just in that guild. I didn't know nobody else was in that guild. So that flashback I was talking about, so that like hallucination I was talking about last week in my last episode review I did, it was a flashback, not a flash forward or hallucination. That's what it was. And I thank you for clearing that up, Log Horizon, because I was just like, what was that? But yeah, We see those two kids that Cheryl kept talking about, and they're with some guild and stuff, and they having a hard time with their guild suck for some reason. Like at the end of this episode, it's a lot of people in that guild, but it's only 3 adults, 3 guy adults, and the rest is just like kids and stuff. And these kids don't even know what to do. Like, they just suck. Excuse me. But they just suck, and that was basically this whole episode, man. Like, every episode, it always had me interested. Like, this is just something on my mind. Like, every episode, it always had me interested, but it's never that feeling I get when I watch Naruto, or when I watch One Piece, or when I watch especially Hunter x Hunter, when I watch freaking even JoJo's Bizarre. Like, I never have that feeling of, oh my god, or when I watch Akame Got Killed or Tokyo Ghoul. Like, I never had that feeling of, oh my god, I need to see this episode. It's just like, I just want to see what happens. Like, it's not a need for me to see it. I just want to see what happens, and I just really want to feel that feeling of, man, this episode was great. This was good. I need to see this episode. I don't need to see nothing else except this episode. And that's what kind of feeling I want, but I don't know how to get that feeling, man. But yeah, man, that's all I got for this. All I got for this review. Tell me how I did. Tell me what I did wrong. Tell me my mistakes, and tell me how I can improve it. Thank you. That's a closet.